2017 Nissan GT-R NISMO road car in VR. Hello everybody and welcome to OpaFed Gaming. I am the OpaFed. Today we are driving a 2017 Nissan GT-R in a Nissan GT-R Cup. We're driving at the Blue Moon Bay Speedway Infield A Reverse track. We're doing 5 laps. We started 16th of 16 cars and we started with a rolling start. Now these laps are really short. They're a little squirrely back and forth. There's a couple of nice places to pass, but most of the stretches are short ones like this one right here. So you gotta be really quick. You gotta be right behind the guy and be really quick to pass him when you come around the corner. Now this here section is a little bit longer. So there's a few nice places to pass, but we do have to pass 15 cars if we want to win this race. Now, by my count, that means that we got to pass a minimum of 3 cars per lap. Not knowing how fast the cars in the lead, of course, are going to go. You might only get 1 per lap then. Anyhow, in the meantime, we're just going to try and drive a nice clean race and follow these guys when we have an opportunity. Like, you don't have much of a chance here, although he did slow down quite a bit. So we power around the outside and then over here we cut back to the inside and see if we can slide by a couple of more. Just about as we're finishing our first lap. We're sitting in a pretty good position at the moment. Now I'm not sure how many cars we've passed because, like usual, I forget to count the cars, but I do count the laps. We're in the second lap and I'm sure we've passed about 5 cars, I would say. So we're not going to slow down any. We're going to keep the same kind of pressure up, and if these guys don't want to go a little faster and don't want to move over, we're going to go by them as quickly as we can. Now most of the time these guys show a lot of trouble in the corners. They slow down quite a bit, and if you're behind them and if you can't power around the outside, or if you don't cut them on the inside quick enough, they will hold you back. And while they're holding you back, the faster cars in the lead, of course, are getting away. They're creating a bigger gap between themselves and you. So now you're gonna have to work twice as hard to catch up to those guys to see if you can pass them, because you're stuck behind that white Nissan for too long. But that's okay. We got by him. We're back up on the section where you can pass, and maybe we can get by a couple more over here in front of the grandstand. It's a nice little section here. I mean, it goes a little bit of an angle because right at the end there, when the turn comes, it's pretty steep and pretty tight turn. So, but here you can really let it go, open it up, slow it down a little bit here, and then cut down towards the inside. But of course, everybody does that. So you're not going to get by them over here. But we're only in our 3rd lap, so we don't have to get too excited just yet. We can see 4 cars right in front of us and 1 way up ahead there, a little ways. Now I'm not sure whether that 1 way up ahead is the lead car or not. So we're just going to have to keep passing guys here as we catch up to them, to see if we can reach the front of the pack, front of the cars. We'll know soon enough when we get there. So let's see if we can get past a couple more here before this third lap is over, because we're over halfway already. So we've only got a couple laps left to go after this one, and this one's almost done. Now these 2 guys right here in front of us here, they don't pose much of a problem. But see, the way up ahead there's a guy. So he's quite a ways ahead, and it's going to take us at least a lap to catch him. You got to remember that. If you only got 2 laps left, then it's going to take at least a lap to catch that guy. We're going to cut it pretty close, so we better see if we can get it moving. But these guys, like I always keep saying, the guys at the front are at the front for a reason, because they're fast. They're faster than the other cars. So I don't think we can even sneak by him there. Now this is the 4th lap, so we still got lots of time. But we got to be aware of where we are in the race. So as we're coming up along here, we're going to see if we can squeeze squeezed by this guy at the back, and we seem to, all three of us seem to have caught up to that lead car. So you see, even though I didn't get past these two here right in front of me, we did get closer to the front of the pack. I'm calling him the lead car for now. I'm not sure whether he is or not, but that's what I'm calling him. So we're going to get by this guy here and get one car closer, hopefully. There we go. Okay. Ooh, he slowed down quite a bit. Like I said, you know, when it comes to the corners, these guys really slow down for the corners. And if you're ready for it, and you're off to the side a little bit, you can usually shoot by them when they slow down, and then you slow down a little bit later, right after you've gone ahead of the course. Coming around the corner here, we are now coming up to our last lap. Like I had said, I believe that these are the last two cars. Wow, this guy is really moving. There we go, but we got by him. Now, when you're in the lead like this, you can slow down just a tad for the corners and drive a little bit cleaner. But while you're doing that, keep an eye on your rearview mirror. Something the OPFED does not always do, because as long as you can see a car in your rearview mirror, he's too close. Which means that you got to get moving, or you got to at least keep that speed and drive it clean. Because if you go off the track or you spin out, say if you did a donut there because you spun out on going around the corner, those two front cars will be by you, and you will not be able to catch them again. But that didn't happen. We are still in the lead. We're driving a clean race, and we're going to try and win this one. Absolutely awesome race. Really enjoy these ones. This one was 5 laps, but it was quick. I hope you enjoyed the video too, and until the next time, you've been driving in a 2017 Nissan GT-R NISMO with me as your driver, the OPFED.